Morning, folks. Gunny here once again from Gunny Worm. Today we are doing an F-250. Pretty hammered in some aspects. Carpet. This is a full detail. Yep. We're gonna bring it back looking new. I normally do videos of me doing it in between, but my help is sick today, so I'm a loner. So let me go ahead and get started shortly, and I'm gonna finish on up and show you guys. I expect a couple of buckets of sludge from this, easily. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started and see you guys in. Alrighty, and just to bring you guys in once more, normally I do the beds, but he said do not worry about that. A lot of junk in there, but that's cool. Let's go ahead and get started, folks. Gunny here once again from Gunny Worm, the worm. I have vacuumed the majority of it just to show you guys. I'm about to do the extraction. Yeah, the seats are pretty bad. Bringing you guys further in. I'm gonna be here a bit, but quality work takes time. That's what they're paying for, a detail, not a car wash. So they're gonna get that. All right. Let me go ahead and get started. You got my face?
I got your handsome face.
Gunny here once again. I do have a tripod, but I'm gonna let the worm film this because I want to show y'all the techniques that I use. And it's a combination of the techniques and the chemicals that makes all this stuff happen. I didn't get to this yet, but it's taken a pretty decent while just to vacuum. Just to shampoo.
Can I show them what the carpet looks like so far?
Well,
and how nice
it's hard to see
looks?
because it's dark. I mean,
it's showing up on the camera just fine.
Okay.
It
But
looks
all this
really
has got to
nice.
be done.
So
All this has got to be done.
Okay.
I got to go back. Some of these stains are a little tougher. I might have to do a double or get it up with some spot remover. But compared to what it was, it's a lot better. But this right here is horrible. But just watch the powerful extractor and the combination of the chemicals and the agitation that I use. So let me get started, and bear with me. You're gonna be some noise, but I want to show you the thoroughness that happens.
Okay, here we go. You can see all that brown coming up. It could be a number of different things. Coffee, tea, pop, maybe even chocolate milk. We're not sure. This person does have kids, so anytime you have kids, you're going to have some spills and some things to follow, and that's all right. That's the joy of having a family. So, and even adults spill their drinks and their food or whatever. So anytime you have food or drink in your car, there's bound to be at least one accident that It's nothing that Gunny or myself can't remove with that new extractor. Actually, I've had this extractor for a couple months now, and it has more than paid for itself. It's an amazing machine. It has cut our extracting time in half. So we just want you to see that you can
Yes, I do
instantly
charge a
see
little
the-
higher, but these are the reasons why. Because I really don't stop until it's clean.
No. Yep. And even if this seat wasn't stained, even when you want something clean, you look at it, you think it's clean, but until you start vacuuming and extracting, I mean, look at that difference already, folks. You can see that fine line of the dirty and the clean. And most people would probably stop here and say this is fine, but not us. We won't stop until it's Gunny Worm perfect. We want people to get their money's worth, and you definitely do with us. I'm gonna pull back a little bit more. Yep, you can see he's getting more out. So, yeah, when you go back and look at it, you're like, I sat on that. And then, once we return it to you, you're like, I get to sit on this. So, yeah.
Okay, another important thing you want to do is, that's one direction. The fiber is woven, so you want to go in the opposite to make sure you're getting it both.
Yeah. You want to go backwards and forwards and sideways and everywhere in between, because that is where the thorough cleaning comes in. The fabric is woven many different ways, so you need to clean it in different directions. That's our little mascot, Sushi. Say hi, Sushi. Yeah, she just came back from the groomer. Gunny's little baby.
But as you can see, the exterior is clean, but it's still pulling up from the deepness of it. So just don't think it's clean.
Look at how beautiful that seat is becoming. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it, right? Might as well be done. Because this is what he excels at. Wants to get it as perfect as possible. The owner of this truck is going to just absolutely, it's going to be just absolutely blown away by the cleanliness. This was a work truck, or is a work truck. So work trucks take a beating. And that's
But as you can see, it's starting to come clear. And that's when you know you're almost to the end.
Yep. Set it down there in that crease, or in between the seats. And you're getting up
What's spilled in between.
more. That we just hold it there. I mean,
Yes, it's the extra effort that you're paying for.
oh yeah. Getting into all those little crevices and everything, I can almost guarantee you not a lot of other people do that. That yummy brown water. And that's what goes in our sludge bucket. Whenever Gunny goes to empty it into our sludge bucket and then empty the sludge bucket, this is what you see him pulling up. But yeah, just since the first swipe, you can see the difference.
There we go. And one final thing, you don't want to press the trigger. You always want to extract as much of the water as you can. It helps aid in the drying process. And this is without me pressing the water.
Looks like we got some visitors.
What?
What he said.
Same for the floor. I do about half the floor at a time. What's going on? You're pulling whatever little excess is left, just for good measure, without pulling the water trigger. Get it all up in here, good measure. Alrighty folks, that concludes the demonstration. Ready?
Yeah.
Gunny here once again. This is the second bucket. The first bucket actually fell over. This is the second bucket of sludge. You tossed right in the way.
It's all right. We're out the sludge. Out of the seats, the carpets.
So let me continue on. All I have left is a half of a seat, and then I'll show you. So it's 10 gallons so far. Gunny here once again. The inside extraction is finally wrapped up. Boy, that was a task. About 3 hours. So you have about another 2 gallons here. So that's 12 gallons of sludge just from this inside. So next I'm going to do the wipe down, then a floor mats and extra, then that'll be it. But you always want to, that's why I don't give customers the time. You never want to compromise your work to try to rush. I've done that one time. It bit me in the ass trying to beat the weather. You know, I mean, we're kind of booked, so if you do want a detail, just book it, but please be patient because you do not want to rush these things, especially for the amount. You want to feel like you're getting the quality for the amount you're paying, you know. So it's still drying out a bit. I'm going to take a quick breather, then I'm going to hit that inside up. Gunny here once again from Gunny Worm. We're about wrapping up this project. I just got the outside. This was the dirt that was coming from wiping just the door frames and everything. So man, that's a hell of a lot of dirt. Crud, if you will. So yes, let me go ahead and wrap this up. We got the outside left to do, and then we're gonna show you the end result. Evening folks, Gunny here once again from Gunny Worm. Today, about 9 to 10 hours later, with a few breathers, we have completed this beautiful F250 Power Stroke. And as you guys remember, it was pretty hammered. The floor mats are still kind of drying. I will get that. And as you can see, this was that very bad seat. Still kind of dry, and I treated this with Folex. That's why it's a little bit darker in some areas than the other, because it's still kind of drying out. But once it dries, it will dry evenly and the stains will all be gone. Okay. That is not dirt, that is stains. So do not confuse that. Sometimes people they'll see scuff marks and they'll think it's dirt. No, that's actually scuffs in the plastic. This vehicle I think is 11 years old. So you want to get it close to perfection as possible for this gentleman. And once again, we are licensed and insured. Pressure washing, lawn care, detailing. I asked if you want detailing, please contact Gina Dufresne, 810-484-1400. And once again, thank you for all you guys watching. We're on Facebook, YouTube. I'll put the links at the bottom. Have a nice day.